Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be a one brand get ready with me using Urban Decay, and you guys know Urban Decay pretty well. This is very well known. It's you can buy this at Sephora, Ulta. This is kind of like a luxury brand. So anyway, I got the products that I needed to create a look. So I already have moisturizer on my face, and as you guys can tell, I have a little breakout and I got some dark circles going on my face right now. It's just hormones. Anyway, I have no primer from Urban Decay, but I don't really use primer every day anyway. So I'm just gonna start with the Naked Skin Urban Decay color correcting fluid that looks like this, correcting. And I am going to apply this before my foundation, and this is in the shade Peach, I think. Yeah, Peach. And I really love this product because it does wonders, you know. And I'm just going to apply this in the areas that needs color correcting, like, you know, the redness, and I got some side of my nose, this side right here, and this side. I have so much breakout. My skin is freaking out for some reason. So it does make a difference on your makeup, especially, you know, if you have like lots of redness and darkness. So I'm just gonna let it sit there for a bit. So the next thing I'm gonna do is to do my brow, and I got the brow beater. It says microfine brow pencil and brush that looks like this. It's really thin, and this is basically like a pencil. Yeah, this is in neutral brown, and this is my first time trying this, and the shade of this looks like this. So we'll see how I feel about it. I've been loving Urban Decay products. I've been coming out with lots of products for like the past year. This is a pretty good, it's kind of like a dry consistency. So I'm just gonna fill in my brows. Kind of like a natural way. So I don't like to pluck my brows most of the time because, as you guys can tell, I have a really small sparse brows, so whatever hair that is there, I really don't like to do anything to it, except for this side right here. This is not that bad. It's not like you know, it's just alright. It's kind of waxy though. I'd say definitely brown consistency. I mean the color, the shade of this. I don't really like a pencil like this because it feels like I fill my eyebrows so much that it's kind of like it's not enough products that's here. Like you can totally use this for like in just a week. So I'm kind of like into either a powder or a pomade because it lasts me longer and get more out of my buck. But since I have a really thin brows, I needed more products on my brows. Don't need any other products to set my hair because it's like, you know, it's helping it to set down, like That's how waxy it is. But it's not a bad way. So this one is very brown though. I'm not really a big fan of brown colors. So anyway, now that the color corrector is dry, the color corrector actually dries pretty quick, or it's kind of like a dry consistency, so you don't need to wait that long. So I'm just gonna find me a something to blend this with, and I'm just going to wet this with my Evian water spray. I normally blend this with a dry sponge most of the time because, I don't know, it just works like that. And so, look at that. It's totally neutralizing the places that has that dullness or redness or darkness. Love this. See the difference from before? So although you can still see my discoloration, but it did tone it down. So it's really, really important that you color correct if you have a lot of things to hide. And so the next thing that I am going to be applying is the Naked Urban Decay Skin One and Done. And you guys can see I'm not that far away from it. I really love this thing because this has SPF of 20, and it looks very, very natural on my skin for like the days that I don't like to put on makeup that much. This one has SPF, so basically this is kind of like a tinted moisturizer, but it does not really say tinted moisturizer. It just say sunscreen. This is what I'm gonna be using today. I'm not that far away. I've been using this for like a lot every day. You're not getting that much actually, and this is kind of like $40 or something like that, and I got the shade medium. You're getting like a 1.3 fluid ounce, which is not that bad, but it feels like when I used this, it wasn't that much because I really, really love it. And it has a pump in it. It's kind of dirty right now, you guys. This is really, really a must for the summer because you know, it looks natural on your skin. It does not like do any flashback or anything. It doesn't feel like sunscreen on your face or something. It doesn't feel sticky whatsoever. It just feels really, really nice. So I'm just going to do one pump, and look at that. It's kind of like a silky finish, and it's liquidy of course, but it applies really, really nice. I'm gonna start with this area right here where I can see my discoloration, and apply it on my neck down here. Just to even my skin, I use this because it's really light and it's not very, it's not uncomfortable whatsoever, and it has a light consistency. This is a perfect way to even out your skin, and you are using a good amenity to it because it has SPF of 20. As you guys can see. And I don't normally put too much foundation on my skin because I don't want to hide it most of the time. So my skin is looking alive. Dabbing it, kind of like blending it. Okay, skin is looking good. Alright, so the next thing that I'm gonna do is to conceal, and I'm gonna be using this Naked Urban Decay Skin Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer. And 2 months ago or 3 months ago, there was a really big hype about this concealer right here, and this is my first time trying it. And so it has this applicator right here. It's flat. People are raving about this, that is supposed to be similar to Tarte Shape Tape, but we'll see. I'm just going to apply a little bit on my nose right here. and conceal this side right here still, and down here. Okay, so it has the same consistency as the color corrector, which is a little dry, but I like consistency like that because, you know, that's how it's supposed to be. I don't like the liquidy kind of concealer because it takes so long to blend it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and just blend it. It dries pretty quick. Concealer is lighter than the Tarte Shape Tape for sure. Whoa, nice. Look at that, Transformation 101, look! Oh my gosh, this is good. Wow. That one is easy to blend and it looks like it does not really settle in my fine lines. The reason why everybody are comparing lots of concealers that are coming out these days to Tarte Shape Tape is because it's such a great concealer, I guess, to some, but to me it's just okay. It's not really that amazing because I don't know, it's just okay to me, but I use it, you know. Just gotta blend it really good, and it is very flawless. Like, it blends on my under eyes really good, and it is kind of like medium to full coverage for sure. And that wasn't even like a second dip, that was just only one. It's not bad. Wow, love this concealer. Look at that. Okay, so let me go ahead and just apply one more, just to I really love it. It's just, it gives my under eyes like a flawless. So I'm just gonna apply it right here on this side right here. That way it kind of hides a little bit of my dark circles some more. My gosh, if you set this with loose powder or something like that, this will give you cakiness because it looks like it sets on its own. Maybe a little bit dusting of powder, but that's probably all I need. Right, so looks good, don't you think? And so, in order for our makeup to stay longer, or does it move, I am gonna use the all-nighter. I'm just gonna spray it a little bit. That way the concealer would not move anywhere. I'm gonna go use my foundation brush that I use, and I'm just going to press that in. I'm inhaling that. Look at that. I'm gonna try and upload a before and after. Okay, that will set the foundation and the concealer really like tight. Because use the all-nighter, this is really good. It makes your makeup last all day or all night. So the next thing that we are going to do is to set the foundation with a powder, or run the skin with a little bit powder. And this time I'm gonna be using this this one right here. This is called the Naked Skin Ultra Definition Powder Foundation. I got the shade Medium Light. And I don't want to flash you, but it looks like this. It's very reflective. And I love this powder. I'm just going to lightly So I'm just going to press it around my face. So that's it for now, and then the rest would be later after I put my bronzer and my blush. That way it won't cake up. And then I am going to spray with Evian spray right here. This is that way the powder would not look like a powder. Tap that in there. The next step is to apply the rest of the face. Oh, actually, I'm just going to use this palette right here, and I got this on sale like a month ago, and this is actually a pretty good palette. I don't know why people is not raving about this, but this is called the Urban Decay On The Run, and this comes with all the things that I needed. It's just amazing. Like, you get your bronzer, your blush, your highlighter, kind of, and then the shadows are right here. I do have shadows from Urban Decay, but let me go ahead and try what's in here. This is more of like a smoky, a primer. So I'm just going to be using this concealer right here as a primer. Why not? So I'm just going to apply this right here in the middle. Okay, so the first color that I'm going to apply as a transition shade is this side right here, which is kind of like a gray. Whoa, the mirror is really stunning. So I'm just going to apply that all over my lid. And then the next color that I'm going to go in is this color right here, which is like darker than, it's got like a dark taupe. And I'm just going to apply that on my crease. This will create a smoky. I believe this palette is already discontinued. But this is such a great palette. Urban Decay has a lot of products now, so, but this is a great like everyday smoky or something, like an everyday, look at that, everyday cool tone shadow. The way I normally find my crease is I look down and I do it like that and squint a little bit. So the next color would be I want to apply this color right here, which is kind of like a gray, has some shimmers in it. Let's all use the same brush. So I'm just gonna apply that on my outer crease, outer lid, just on that side. And then I'm gonna apply the end color right here, which is kind of like a has some gold glitters in it, but it's still kind of like a gray. Apply this in the middle of my lid. Taking it a little bit on the crease section. But I'll try and see if I can find this palette. I will try and link it down below. So the last color that I want to apply is this rose gold. That is so pretty, by the way. That looks right here. And it has some gold, it has some shimmers in it. So I'm just going to apply this in the inner corners right here. Right? And taking it a little bit on the crease, inner crease. You see my point about the smoked out, but not really that smoky. Wow, that's pretty. You can't really apply this dry because it has like gold, like big chunks of glitter. So the way to do it, and especially if you want it to pop, the way to do it is to wet it, because it will show better. Look how stunning this is. Right, so on the lower lash line, I am going to apply this, the first shade that I apply. Well, actually, I'm going to combine these two mattes right here, which is my transition shade and my crease shade. So I'm going to apply this one and this one. These two has a lot of kick up. So I'm just going to apply this in my lash line, just on the outer third, just blending it with the rest of it. On the top. So there, on my outer third of my lash line. Ooh. And I'm just going to dip on the darkest one and just gonna apply this a little bit on the outer. And I don't think I have any fallout, so this comes with a liner right here. It's in the middle. This comes with mascara, eyeliner, and a lip gloss. So really good palette, right? Okay. This is very nice for travel because I travel a lot and I really love palettes like this. So this one is brown, like a wool, like a really waxy dark brown. Yep, like a gray brown. So I'm just gonna apply this on the outer. Oh, I forgot. This is called Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil, and I love this. I used this before. And apply this on my waterline as well. Very fierce. Wow. This is only 0.3 ounce, which is not that bad for a travel size. So that's really pretty. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and curl my lashes. And this is just my regular my lash curler. I didn't get one from Urban Decay because we don't need to get everything from the brand just because we're doing a one brand look. Right, so let's go ahead and try the well, this is called the Perversion, that looks like this, and I believe this is black. So people have been raving about this, and this is my first time trying an Urban Decay mascara, which is not that bad. Look at the size of this. It's a dry consistency. Look at that. It gives you a really good lash. Right. Wow, that is really good. Okay, so the next part here is to apply the bronzer, highlight, and a blush down here that looks like this. So that's the palette right there. I think the shades is in the back, the name of the shade. Okay, so the blush is, well, it's hard to pronounce it, but the names are in the back, so anyway, let's go ahead and apply the blush right here, which is kind of like a sheen pink, baby pink. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put a little bit on my cheeks, not that much, because we don't want to look like, because our eyes is very a little bit smoked out, so I'm just gonna add a little bit pop of color. I'm just taking it to the high points of my cheeks as well, because when you have like a fierce shadow like this, you got to take your blush a little bit higher for some reason, because it looks better that way, because, you know, I don't know, everything is like pulled back. Oh, I love the blush. It's like, it's giving me a really simple glow, but it has like a sheen to it. It's so pretty. Alright, so I'm gonna apply this highlighter down here, right here. So we'll see how this, ooh, it's very powdery. Ooh, this might not be the right brush for it. Just gonna go ahead and use a like elf. Can't find the rest of my brushes. Well, this one is very powdery, so we'll see. So I'm just gonna apply this a little bit. Ooh, this is not my color, because it's like a stark white, but I'm just going to blend it down. That way it looks like a blush topper, and it will blend with the rest of my, look at that, with my blush, and a little bit right here in the middle. This looks like a skin, you know, like just give you a little bit glow. So I'm just gonna take it, apply it some more. It has a pink undertone to it, so a little bit on my chin, and a little bit on my neck, because why not? A little bit on my cheekbone, because this is a really pretty highlighter. It's very very subtle. It doesn't have a metallic look to it. It's very very pretty. It looks like my own glow. What? I'm just gonna add a little bit on my cheek, on my forehead a little bit, because it does not really emphasize my texture whatsoever. Wow. Last part of it, I'm going to use the lip gloss that came with it, which is called CISO, and not bad size, right? It's totally really good size, and the shade is really pretty. It looks like this, looks like my lip color. It has a minty smell. That's the applicator right here. It seems like it's kind of sticky, and the applicator is kind of like a weird applicator, because it's not dough, but it's more of like a slanted. So this is nice. You can get your lips easily. Oh, it has a kind of like a minty and a little bit of like a chemical smell, but this is very comfortable, and it's just very juicy, right? It just looks like my lip color. That's the shade right there. So the last part is to set everything with a setting spray, which is the all-nighter. Let me go ahead and set everything. I'm just just tapping it, that way everything is melting. So this is basically the look that I created from this brand. It's a really light makeup. It's very professional. So I really like it. And the concealer is really amazing. I mean, I don't know why everybody are talking negatively about this concealer. It's really nice, and you guys can tell. You guys can see my under eyes is totally covered by it. But this brand right here has so much to offer. They have a lot of varieties when it comes to makeup. So go ahead and check out Urban Decay if you have not checked Urban Decay. I hope that you find this helpful if you're thinking of getting some of these products that I used. It's available. They have their own website. It's also available at Ulta, Sephora. It's everywhere. So anyway, I will see you again in my next video. Thank you guys for stopping by and giving me a little bit of your time. And to those of you who have subscribed, thank you so much. And to those of you who have not, please subscribe, that way you can see more of me in the future. So I will see you again later. Bye guys.